spot. What up, kid? Hey, Doug, talk to him.
This is not for the weak-hearted. Ever since the beat started.
The gloves that he swore he could not stand, and he was forced to wear. Now he fought out of Valine in Everlast. He fought Deontay Wilder first fight in Everlast. He fought Tom Schwartz in Everlast. He gets to Deontay Wilder the second fight, and he switches gloves to Pathin Sports, the ones he could not stand to wear.
The only thing that I could answer with, really, could come up with, I don't know if it's an answer, but maybe that he got with Javon Sugar Hill that taught him how to punch instead of arm punch for speed.
A flick jab.
But I mean, if that's the case, you know, Wilder had some new gloves that day anyway. So
I was going to talk about that because I don't think anybody's spoken about this. And shout out to Icon. Because there's Wilder had new gloves brought in that same night as well, because there's footage of that. Why?
Yeah,
because he didn't bring in new gloves. He had a second pair, but he had a second pair, like Javante Tank Davis.
Was that his second pair?
Right, like Javante Tank Davis. That was agreed upon. Tyson Fury knew about those gloves. But I'm talking about, and Deontay Wilder wears the same pair, the same brand of gloves every fight. Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury wears Everlast every fight. Mm-hmm. Miraculously, he switches to a puncher's glove in the rematch against Deontay Wilder. The gloves that he said he couldn't stand, he had an issue with, that Vladimir Klitschko forced him to wear these gloves. And he remember, Tyson Fury even threatened to pull out of the fight with Vladimir Klitschko because of those gloves.
Because he wasn't a puncher then, bro. You know he
ain't never been a puncher. He got 4 knockouts his entire career.
No, he got 20 knockouts. But
he got 4 knockouts. The rest are stoppages. That's accumulation. He's never been a big puncher.
Never been a knockout artist. That's
right.
He's never been. But the thing is, he was a little slower though in the second fight. He was slower. He was sitting down on those punches a lot more than he was. Now I don't know about the gloves and all this. I mean, see, here's the problem with what you're saying or what you're getting at. If he was cheating that night, that meant the shit had to be protected on the most high. Right?
What you mean?
I mean, if the gloves and how the gloves are protected.
Hey, Blue and Lady Chann, I gotta check out. Lady Chann, thank you for having me, Queen. I will be back.
All right, brother.
Money. Peace out. Thank you for coming.
I gotta get out of here too.
Now, is it getting hot? Is it getting hot in the kitchen?
Well, no. I'll come back tomorrow. You know me. I don't care.
Yeah. Come back tomorrow then. That's
what I'm saying is, how the gloves, the regulations of the gloves, they seal the gloves up just like they did Wilder's, right? And they put them away. They lock them away. It was time for fight night. They bring both of the gloves there because some people, they wear the gloves just to spar with, just to warm up in, and then they put the other gloves on.
Mm-hmm. So they try him out, like Javante Tank Davis did with Leo Santa Cruz.
Exactly, and everybody tried to make a big stink over it. I'm like, why are y'all fucking with Javante when it comes to gloves if you knew the rules? If you knew the rules, you wouldn't be tripping about that. But you know the rules. So my thing is, if he cheated, how was he able to cheat? That's my question.
Because the glove itself was manipulated. It's just like when O'Shaki
commission is.
It's like O'Shaki Foster, right? O'Shaki Foster was just getting ready to fight his last fight, right? And when he get ready to fight, they realized his training manager, right? And we could say Jay Diaz, they dropped the ball, just like Miguel Cotto's team dropped the ball with Margarito, right? Okay, so O'Shaki Foster, his training manager, they like, listen, this dude gloves ain't got no padding in them.
Well,
they was brand new sealed, and the commission approved of them.
Well, the problem with Cotto, I know now the O'Shaq looks a little, that's similar. The only difference is they didn't.
And so they made him switch the gloves, but those gloves was brand new.
Right. But see, the thing is, no damage has been done like the Cotto fight. Cotto got actually busted with shit in his gloves. I'm about to do a video on that shit probably tomorrow, but it's the way he handled it. See what I'm saying?
But this is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at Tyson Fury right glove, right?
Right.
And we can see that the glove looks deflated like a flat tire, right? You can see his knuckle print in the glove, right?
You can see on the still shot, yeah,
on the still shot, it looks deflated. It looked like a flat tire, right? You can see his hand wrap print in the glove, and now you think that's his right hand. You look at the left glove don't look like that. That's his right hand. Deontay Wilder, where the right hand gonna make the most contact? The left side of his face. Where did Deontay Wilder suffer all the injuries? The left side. His left ear, the dent, all of that is on the left side of his face. Nothing on the right. Right, but nothing on the right though. Right.
I mean, how many left hooks? How many left hooks did you see Fury land though? He didn't land. But this one. But how many times he landed a jab? The jab is his left hand. Yeah, he landed the jab. Yeah, he landed it.
Right. So all the injuries is sustained on the right side. That's where the little to no padding is. Right.
But you wouldn't believe
now, that's not just a Tyson Fury thing. That's a boxing thing.
Correct. But I mean, Wilder wouldn't bleed out his mouth.
Huh? He was bleeding out his mouth. Right.
That's where the jab comes. You jab somebody in the mouth, they're gonna bleed out the mouth.
Right. But where's the most injuries suffered though?
On the left side, because he got hit.
The inside of his ear, the swelling. Right. But he got knocked down from the back to the back of his head.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Now listen. Now, do you think that punch was legal?
That's a.
You see what I'm saying?
It's in a heat of the moment. It's fast. I don't think it should have been considered a knockdown because it was behind the head. But how many times that happens in a fight?
Okay, so okay. All right, so would you agree that punch, it was behind the head? You said that, right?
Right, it was behind the head.
I said that. I said the punch was landed behind the head. It was either if it was behind the head or it was borderline. Either way, the referee could have saw that like, listen, I don't even really think that was regulation, honestly. Right. So, okay, but it really ain't what we think. It's what the referee goes with. It was a knockdown. Now, the question, out of all the shit that somebody could have been talking about, why isn't nobody talking about that? That's my question. Why isn't nobody coming up with this? We talking about bolts and claws and shit in the gloves and all that. Why are we not talking about what happened in the fight? And I saw that. I'm like, because I looked at
that was a legal punch. I mean, it's not that Tyson Fury wasn't aiming to punch him behind the head. It's the way he angled his head and he hit him behind the head, right? So he wasn't. I don't think Tyson Fury was just looking to punch him behind the head. I mean, he was just looking to land a punch.
Yeah, I didn't say it was deliberate, but I'm saying it's where the punch landed, and it landed. It didn't hit him in the face. It didn't hit him in the.
It hit him in the back of his head.
It hit him like close to that area because the way. Yeah, I get all that, but what I'm saying is, for all the shit that we cannot prove, this ain't a Cotto case because they caught Cotto's assailant. We caught Margarito. We caught him in the next fight. Now, see Richardson, seen that shit, something right about them gloves. They took that shit off, something fell out, right? So, this is what we can't compare.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand the Cotto fight. We didn't catch Cotto. Not seen Richardson caught him. We did not see Richardson caught him the next fight. And then think about it. Cotto went on the fight like nothing ever happened.
Exactly. But here's the thing. If Cotto would have made a noise like Wilder did, how would have did a How?
He did. Cotto
didn't.
Listen.
When?
Cotto cried about that. Remember? You forget everybody was calling Cotto a diva and couldn't accept the loss. Even Margarito. Remember Margarito was saying he's not a man. He's he don't have heart. He's calling me a cheater.
When was he saying that?
The entire buildup, even after the fight. After the fight, Cotto was saying, "Listen, what is this on his wraps? There's something on his wraps."
Yeah, he was saying that. But when though?
Cotto made a whole stink about it. Nobody was listening.
You talking about the face-off?
I'm talking about the whole time. This is what happens is that we forget what Miguel Cotto was doing at the time, and people was just trying to pass him off and just like, oh man, he just being a diva. When he was saying Margarito had something in the rap, he couldn't accept defeat. He quit. Remember everybody was saying Cotto quit.
Right. I remember they said he quit. I remember.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Cotto ever saying, hey, I think he cheated.
Right. Cotto was saying he cheated.
You telling me he cheated. So Cotto was saying he cheated after that fight.
Right.
Because I never heard that. I heard Cotto.
Yes. Cotto was claiming that Margarito cheated the whole time. Cotto was saying His punches, his power changed in the second half of the fight. Everything. So Cotto was calling him out, but everybody was saying, "Oh, Cotto's just being a diva," and Margarito took it and ran with it.
Well,
he's not a man. He's a coward. Even look at the face-off. No, who believed him?
Well, I mean, that's the whole point, though. He came with the evidence in the face-off.
Right. He just all he did, but he didn't. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So he's saying, look at the raps, right? That's the same thing Deontay Wilder could say. Look at his glove.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So because we have inside sources. Because I was told a lot of things. You was told a lot of things. Right. All right. So, matter of fact, I just talked to Tay today. But what you're saying is Wilder would have the third fight, the trilogy fight. He would have presented that to him face to face, like Cotto did.
If they have a face off, I'm sure.
Because I never seen Cotto complain about his raps. The first time I heard about Margarito's raps, because I picked Margarito to win in 2008, because I thought he was too tall and Cotto was too short. And the way his defense is, and a guy that works like Margarito was going to get him out of there eventually, and that's what happened. However, them gloves, not even the gloves, though. The wraps look fucked up. They were swollen. No wraps swell. You know that.
And they broke.
Yeah, the wraps.
And they broke.
They don't swell. No, nothing's supposed to swell on a wrap. The only thing you don't make, unless somebody's hand is swollen to that wasn't his hand. That was something outside of his hand that was swollen and it was torn. Almost like a concrete, like concrete.
Plaster of Paris.
Like a cast.
Plaster of Paris, baby.
And that's what it proved to be.
Right, plaster of Paris. And the first time I seen Cotto confront him with that, he had his iPad. Like, look, let me show you this. And they asked him,
that was at the face-off.
Right. They asked, how did you lose? He say, I ran out of gas, and he, did he hit hard? Yeah, the punches hit hard or whatever. But I ran out of gas. That was it. Then he came with the evidence. And he was like, hey, the only two things. We seen the shit. Everybody knows.
Yeah. He's like, look at this.
Right. And then, that ain't nothing. But then Max was like, yo, this looks serious. But understand, though, this was already after he got busted. So, he wasn't gonna talk about, he ain't gonna admit to nothing else. He ain't gonna do that. Right. He ain't gonna do that shit. Not in a million years he wasn't gonna do that. But we all knew he did. But see, the thing is, Deontay Wilder didn't have his opportunity to do that. See, it's all about element of surprise in that situation. You don't go and say, hey, I think and tell 100 channels, I think he did that. You keep that shit on the down low, because then if he does it again, like the idiot Margarito did, it was stupid. If he thought, because that's why I'm like, I never heard him. Not calling you a liar. I just didn't hear Cotto say that.
No, right. And that's my thing. And think about this, right? So when we look at it, there's a history of this. Nicholas Asbury.